Here we are, welcome back to the channel, and we on the RTR League race, round 6, so halfway through the season after this, and this is the sprint event. So again we've got 3 races. First GR4 in the Alsace Village reverse course. This is my qualifying lap. So we're in the GR4 car, we decided to go with the McLaren. Final lap, as you can see in our counting down, final lap of the session, 10-minute qualifying session. Currently in P2. We've got Tom currently sitting on pole at a 2-minute .336. We're currently running 1/10 behind him, with Slammer a 10th behind us, Tally in P4 and Chris in P5. Now, as the thumbnail suggests, this is definitely was a battle for survival in tonight's races. We're starting off with the GR4 cars. Always ends up being really close racing with the GR4 cars. This track, the nature of this track, you can see how wide the corners are. There's multiple different lines you can take through these corners and different entrances, especially. But the perfect qualifying lap is not exactly how you race this circuit. So the normal ideal line you would take in qualifying to get the fastest lap. So when you're racing, because it's so wide, you can dive down the inside. So yeah, kind of you can block past your way through, and a lot of these corners, it's, you know, you can go 3 or 4 wide at some of these as well. So we can see we're just about setting a purple sector and sector 2 with a couple more corners to go. Kind of nail this downhill left banked corner. We're trying to get this pole position. This will be number 4 if we can do it, but Tom, like I said, has set an awesome lap time of 2-minute .3 there. So coming up to the last corner, making sure we've got a decent lap so far, not to outbrake ourselves. We managed to do pretty well. We're down to second, started coming to third. We've come across the line. Can we beat this 2-minute .3? And we come across the line for a 2-minute dead. So do it again at the death, which is absolutely awesome. 4th pole of the season to confirm we've got the pace to have a good race. So we've got Tom in P2, Slammer in P3 with a good result, Talia P4, and Chris P5, Kevin 6, and Sorte in P7. So lights out for the first race of the night, and we get a decent start. We've got Tom right behind us. And again, like I said, the nature of this track, there's so many different multiple lines you can take. So this is going to be very entertaining, and it's going to be very difficult for anyone to kind of break away. So try and keep it clean on the first lap. So cold tyres, it's always the way, but try and survive lap 1 if we possibly can. You see, coming up to this fast left-hand bank corner, Tom, like I said, dives down the inside. And it's exactly what I was talking about, the different lines there. It opens it up for real close, entertaining racing. But as we come back, we switch right back to the inside again, and we immediately attack Tom, and we get this first place back again. And straight away, we know this is going to be a long race battle with myself and Tom again, sharing the same racetrack, but always fair with Tom. So we look back to GT place M1, just manages to tap the back of old Banger. He just sends him wide, that kind of awkward, fast left-hand corner, but he ends up waiting for him anyway. So to come to the end of lap 1, you can see Tom all over the back of us. We're not weaving, we're just keeping it nice and easy. Tom brakes as late as he can, but we try and keep this inside line, just giving each other enough room. But we've had so many good races this season so far, myself and Tom, and keeping it clean, keeping it very entertaining as well. So still managing to hold P1 at the minute. We come to this same left-hand corner, we're going to lap 2. We know Tom's going to land this side, so we try and keep a tight line. Slight bit of contact there sends us a little bit wide, but not too much drama. We're still holding the inside line now for this next right-hand corner. So again, we're going to brake as late as we can. We've got Italia now joining the party with a tiny little tap from behind, but again, not too much drama. We still managed to hold this position. So now it's a 3-way battle for the lead. We've got myself, Talia and Tom. Sorte 13 as well, looking to join, and Kevin in P6, always a threat. So coming down the inside again, it's exactly what I'm talking about. So many different lines you can take in this corner. So Italia, we give him space, we give him the room. He dives down the inside. I mean, look how close this is. And we've got Tom coming down the outside. We've got a good run out that corner as well. So we find ourselves going from P1 down to P3. But into this last corner now, we try and brake a little bit earlier to try and get the better line out the corner, which we do quite well. But again, great racing so far, nice and close, and it's only lap 2, so we're going to lap 3. We get a slight tap from Sorte there, which puts us wide. Again, getting a little bit beat up, but get down to P5, so from the lead we lost a few positions. On board with Albinist, you can see Tempo almost losing it there, just about managing to keep it on the track with a bit of a coming together with Slammer. Albinist taking advantage in P7. Now we've got Chris in P5 and lap 4, gets a good line out that corner, gets to drive up the hill. So Chris now will take 4th place, and we're back into P5 again. So any of this top 5 can win this race. There's a slight bit of a gap between Tom in 6th place, but again Tom's got the pace to join the party as well, so you can see from that view there, look, it's anyone's race. Any mistakes and yeah, people will get punished. So on board with Tempo, we've got Hairy Spuds, love that name, Hairy Spuds just onto the grass end, Tempo taking advantage into P9. So on board on lap 4, we've got Chris right in front. You can see just a bit of drama. We've got Sorte 13 there, just losing the back end. I'm not sure if there's any contact, but just losing the back end there. We take advantage. Now we're up to P4. Kevin managing to take the lead, and he's getting away slightly as well, so we've got to be careful not to fight too hard. So I'm ordered to tally on this long, awkward left-hand bank corner. You can see just touching the grass there on board, and Chris doing an awesome job just to keep out the way and not end up T-boning him. So I don't think we would go start in time. So Chris getting away with that one nicely. So we're on to back into the podium position. Tom, like I said, has got the pace. He's back into 5th, looking for a move down the inside of Sorte, and he nails him just down inside. Lovely move there by Tom. And Tom's now in P4, chasing down his podium. Kevin slowly getting away. So we're on lap 6 of 7. We're right behind Chris now. We need to make a move. We're going to make any inroads on Kevin. So we're going to this fast, little tight, actually left-hander. Going down to 2nd gear and get a good drive out. Again, nice and clean racing. No contact. Managing to hold that position. You can see behind again Tom and Sorte still going at it side by side. We'll have a look at that now. So I'm just about holding that outside line, which gives him the inside line for this left-hander. He's going to dive down the inside with a great little move there. So holding 4th onto the last lap. They've got a race so far. So I'm board with Albinist on the last lap of the race. Again, this tight, awkward left-hander causing a lot of issues this race. He does the same as Italia, just catches his wheels on the grass and just loses it. He just manages to stay off the race line, but you can see behind we're on TCC leads. I don't think he actually sees him rejoin the track, and yet just about avoids it, but ends up fortunately taking out Albinist and gets actually I think 3-second penalty. Again, quite harsh, but he was unsighted. So on the last lap here, we've got Kevin managing to get away in the end with all the fighting. So a great run by Kevin to take the win on the first race of the night. So we've come across the line in P2. So again, decent result and good points for the championship. So Kevin takes the win, myself in 2nd and Chris in 3rd place. That is your podium for race 1. On race 2, again, we start where we finished last race. We start P2. We're at St. Croix and Kevin's in P1, got Chris in P3. We're running the GR3 cars and we're in the Toyota Supra. Lights out, and we get a decent start as well. But you've got to watch these AMGs behind. Look at the rapid, absolutely rapid. We've got Chris in the AMG, so we decided we've got to defend Tom. Do a good job of defending Tom down the inside. Chris takes the lead. We're going down the inside, we go slightly wide, so we just managed to get 2 wheels on the grass. Gives us a nice little run on Chris to take the lead. And if you go back, we're going to have a look at Slammer. Gets an awesome start. We're going to have a look at all these cars surrounding him. We've got Genesis, we've got Supras there, some AMGs. But you can see there's an awesome start. It goes down to 6th place and actually works his way back into 4th. So a great start by Slammer. And further back we've got onboard Revan. You can see on the right hand side you've got Hairy Spuds who gets a tap I think from Albanga. It's a bit of a domino effect. Ends up collecting Tom. And TCC leads as well. Thomas spins down, but Hairy Spuds actually getting a 4-second penalty there, which I'm not entirely sure why he got a 4-second penalty, but yeah, he did nonetheless. Anyway, so Further on down the race, we've got Kevin and myself going side by side into this tight left-hander just after the bridge. Kevin just managing to take the lead, but we can't let him get away. We've got to try and stick with Kevin. We know in GR3 cars he's absolutely rapid, so we've got to make some moves on Kevin. As we come to this really awkward right-hander, we brake as late as we can, go down the inside. You've got Chris lurking in third place, right on our tail. Now we've got this fast little section. You can see here we're going absolutely side by side for this section, so fantastic racing, and as close as you like. And we just managed to move it around the outside there into P1, but Chris is getting a decent run as me and Kevin are battling. You can see he actually takes the lead, so great drive by Chris coming to the last corner. And as you can see, this is going to be anyone's race. So we're right Chris again on lap 2. We're going to go for the same moves we did at Kevin. So we've got to try and spot this braking point and don't overshoot it, because it is an awkward corner. And if you've got this kind of sandy gravel on the outside, which will absolutely destroy it, just bury you, so you've got to stay away from there. So we managed to take the lead on this little fast section again, and this is where we work quite quick and make a lot of time up on this last section. Just hugging the inside there, got a decent line. Actually would pull probably about, you know, a tenth and a half on that last section. We're tempo in Italia, going at it for this top 5 position. Italia just going down the inside, tempo. Nice little move. And a good battle for the top 5. Got our Banger and Albinus going at it in the last corner. And our Banger just going down the inside to take P9. So good racing all the way through the field as per usual. So we've got Chris and Kevin going at it for P2. You can see we're just in the lead at the minute. This is lap 3. Kevin's going to make a move around the outside, and Chris just holding his line nicely, but we're going side by side. There's a slight bit of contact, maybe I think Kevin's losing the back end a little bit, but Chris managing to hold on to P2 just about in that AMG. We've got Tom, obviously, you saw his spin at the second corner, so Tom's making a great recovery drive and lovely move on the outside there. This fast sweeping section manages to make himself into the top 10. On board a tempo, and you've got Slammer just losing the back end there and collecting Italia just behind him, so unfortunate there for Italia. So we've got Tom making a lovely move down the inside on that fast right up into P9. So Tom making moves, especially after that shunt on the second corner. So on lap 5, we've got Kevin now making a move into P2 on Chris. Nice little move down the inside, and we've got about half a second to 7/10 of a second lead at the minute with a couple of laps to go. So on board with Tom again, this is cutting his way through the field. He's got Albinist just in front to get a bit of a squiggle on, which gives Tom that nice little run on him into this little section before the bridge. So Tom now into P7, looking for that top 5 result if you can get there. TCC leads into 5th. We've got tempo with the 1 second penalty, not entirely sure what happened, but a nice little move from TCC leads. We've got Tally just behind as well, joining the party. So great driving all through the field, nice and close. So this is a bit of controversy. We're on lap 7. As you see, we're in the lead by 2.5 tenths. As we come to this little tricky section before the bridge, so we're just kind of lining up, ready to take the right hander, and we get a bit of a hit from behind off Kevin, which puts us wide, offline. So Kevin takes the lead on the last lap. We've got about half a lap to go. As you can see, we're way behind, so we're trying to make up a bit of time on the brakes, and as you can see, we'll brake way too late, almost hit the back of him, and to add insult to injury, we get sent round into the gravel by Chris. We'll have another look at that from Chris. You can see I brake way too late. Chris is mid corner, so there's not much you could do about that, but yeah, we end up spinning round. So from hero to zero, from 1st to 5th. So Kevin takes the win. Second one of the night. We've got Chris in P2, TCC leads with the podium with a great drive, Taylor in 4th place, and we come across the line with a battered 5th place, so not the best result, and a shame we had to end that way after we had a decent rest of the race, but there you go. On to race 3, it's a reverse grid, we're in a Toyota GR86 racing soft tyres. So let's see if we can have a trouble-free night tonight, because the first 2 races have not been the best for us. So we go lights out, we're in P9, at Road Atlanta with 10 laps to go. Let's see if we can make some gains at the start. It's always a good place to make some positions up. We've got Tom just ahead, Albinist, GT7 player 21, coming to the first corner. And it's all going to be bunched up as you run up the hill. We've got Italia right behind making moves. This is always an awkward one. As you can see on the left hand side there, we get a little shunt on the right there, which pushes us into Slammer. No one gets taken out actually, but as per usual, I end up getting a 2-second penalty where no one else around me gets a penalty, which is brilliant. Yeah, we got people going off, me and hits, and I end up with a 2-second penalty after being pushed into a car, but it is what it is. We've got to crack on. First lap, always difficult to serve penalty when everyone's so close together. So we go down to P10. So not the best start, but a bit of a disaster tonight. But on board with Italia, he goes down the inside of Hairy Spuds to take 5th place at the end of lap 1. Italia make moves into the top 5 with a great start actually from the back of the grid as well. Tom in P6 making a move down inside of Hairy Spuds too, just on that first corner. So you can see we're going side by side. We've got GT7 player there 21, giving us some room. Coming to this right hander there and get a little tap again, but I can't slow the car down enough, and we end up both. Well, he ends up going off and end up almost losing it. You can see just there, just comes across, and we can't slow the car down enough. So yeah, a bit of a nightmare tonight. Definitely a night to forget, I think. And I'm getting absolutely battered. But Slammer and Talia going side by side with a great bit of action, and Slammer trying to look for that 4th place. As you can see a bit further on, Tom coming down, sliding his way into 5th. Great little move there. Sideways action, but Slammer gets a nice little drive out the corner actually, and returns the favour back into P5. So on board with Talia on lap 3, you can see Tempest on the inside. Locks the back end, I think. I'm not sure if there's contact there, but it looks like it's locked the back end. Maybe coming down the gears. As Harry Woods actually takes advantage and moves into P6. So great racing again all through the field, and a nice little overtake on Italia. So on lap 4, we get a bit of a wiggle on into turn 1, and bang, we're gone again into the gravel. You can see a bit of a wiggle on. TCC leads, comes in, puts it in the barrier, but to be fair to him, he does wait for us, and he did apologise after as well, so it's all good. And to be fair, it's one of those nights anyway, so yeah, I didn't expect anything less. As we go 3 wide on lap 4 to take the lead, actually. It's a battle for the lead and 3 wide, and Tom actually making a massive gain with an awesome exit at the last corner. You can see from 3rd to 1st in a 1 foul swoop. It's a great drive in by Tom. He's definitely got the pace to win this race. Went to lap 5 and you've got Kevin, and again we're going 3 wide into this tight right-hander. All works out nicely in the end. Kevin sneaking on inside of Reva with Italia in 3rd and Albanga in 2nd. Reva fighting back, going side by side into this right-hander before the long back straight. So lap 6, Italia's caught up to Albanga, looking for an inside move to take 2nd place and chase down the lead. Again, he's had a good race in the back of the grid. Kevin currently in P5, Chris in P6. From board to Kevin now is looking to get that 4th place off Reva. Nice little move. On board Italia, chasing down that 1st place, pushing out a little bit too much on that 1st corner. So easily done there. Ends up losing the back end onto the grass, which is so easily done. So we're on lap 8, and we've got Chris, Albanga and Kevin all going at it. Chris has made some moves into PT, but he's actually got a half-second penalty there. So he will end up losing that position, I think, to Albanga, and possibly even Reva. So Albanga a move into the podium with a great drive so far. Kevin in P2 making gains, and we've got Tom in the lead now. So here's Chris on the last lap of the race, and Chris looking to make a move into 2nd place. Kevin gets a bit of a squiggle on, and Chris sneaks down the inside with a nice little move. And all this battling is giving Tom the breathing space that he needs on the last lap. So you can see now he's got a decent gap. And that's it for Tom. He's got a lovely win and a great drive. So well deserved win for Tom. Cutting his way through the field nicely. We've got Chris in P2. Kevin takes the podium. Albanga in P4. Slammer in P5. Harry Spuds coming across the line in 6th with Tempo and Italia just behind. And we come across the line in a very poor P11. So if you like that, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Another very eventful night's racing. But I would say sometimes it can get very frustrating, this game. If anyone who's raced with me knows that I race hard, I race fair, but I always give room. And sometimes it can be quite frustrating sometimes when you don't receive the same back. It is what it is. Everyone's fighting hard for the championship. Everyone's going flat out, so inevitably there is going to be some contact somewhere down the line. But yeah, let's dust ourselves off and let's come back stronger next race. You can see halfway through the season, we're leading by 4 points from Kevin. Italia's in third on 167, and Chris and Tom, they're snapping at our heels. But it's shaping up to be a cracking second half of the season. That's me, guys. I'm out, and I'll see you guys next time for round 7. Laters.
PlayStation